Hello and welcome to a War Thunder tutorial. I did do one of these earlier, but the servers kind of get wonky every once in a while, so if you've ever played and had that happen, you'll understand, I hope. So we will be going through teaching you how to fight in a fighter and a bomber. And also flight tutorial, so easy stuff. I hope you can catch on real quick. You don't have to watch the whole video because I'm annoying. I can be annoying. So basic flight. This is W, nose down. S, nose up. D, roll left, right. S, A, roll left. So you're only going to want to use the rolling when you turn. And to turn, you just use your mouse. So it basically point this little circle wherever you want to go. Yeah? The little crosshair that you see, that is where your guns are going to be hitting. You're going to want to match that up with a circle that appears in front of the plane, depending on if you have a setting on or off. So when you turn and roll, that's a sharp turn. It can overload with G's, and if you take too many G's, your pilot will pass out and you will lose control of your plane. So I do not recommend trying that. So in War Thunder, part of the game is you try to destroy all of the enemy's things, tanks and everything. I don't recommend getting too close to the ground unless you get really good at the game. Always watch out and make sure you don't get an enemy plane behind you, and never let that happen. I almost lost a wing there. Is he using missiles? Ah. That's okay, that was my lower level plane. I like it because it turns sharp and it's fast. Alright, so here's a classing system they have that shows on my selection. We have an attacker, we have bombers, naval bombers, we have fighters. Fighters are for good dogfights, and attackers to intercept planes, and bombing is self-explanatory. So I'm going to go down and get into some dogfights, or just mess with the pillboxes like I was doing. I should also bring up that shift will bring your throttle up, and control will bring your throttle down. I like war emergency power. You're fast, or at least that's the fastest that your plane will go. It uses a lot more fuel, so if you're weighted low, I wouldn't use it. You can choose your selection of fuel, how much fuel you have in your menu before you get into it. Ah. Okay. Here we'll be going into an attacker. You can look at that style and how you fly. Attackers aren't great with maneuvering. It's best for just going around. You see that there's bombs on the bottom of the plane. So, yeah, but it's good for a straight into fight. Just take out planes while they're in a straight path. We're going down here. Actually, there are less enemy planes. They'll be switching over here once they see an attacker going down. That Corsair. I gotta watch him. Oop. And bombs. There was no way I was gonna get out of that unless I pulled out at the right time. I reacted too slow. Alright, now with a bomber, I recommend going for the bases because those are more points on your side. Most bombers fly high, and so you see a lot of attackers going high. Attackers like to target bombers because they're easy prey, so I recommend going low. Low, yeah, you're more value, you're a high value target, so a lot of the attackers and fighters will go straight for you. But you have rear gunners that will take care of you as long as you can keep them off out of your. As long as you can keep them from shooting at you, you're okay. So we're gonna go low. This base is almost destroyed. It looks like we have a few up there. There's also an attacker and a fighter up there too, so I'm gonna go low this way. I'm gonna head for this one. They're gonna see that there's a bomber coming down, so I'm gonna try to come around towards the shore. Recommendation for realistic battles: careful on your speed, because your speed can mean the difference between losing your wings and keeping your wings. And trust me, you do not want to lose your wings. Looks like I'm going to have an attacker and a fighter on my tail here in a minute. I'll just loose these bombs. They're going to come over here because there are two. Yeah, it looks like it. There are two bombers over here, the B-34 and then me. As long as he doesn't drop a bomb on me, I think we're okay. Two fighters, three fighters. So as a bomber, your mission goal and objective is to take out the oh yeah, nice. Is to take out the bases. As I've said, you really want to be careful on your surroundings. If you're surrounded by too many attackers or too many fighters or both, it's best just get out of there. Right now we have plenty of air support. Awesome. So now we just go the next. Oh, we go straight to the airfield. So the airfield is this way. The airfield is a high priority target because that's a game ender. When we destroy the airfield, we win. I'm going to start gaining altitude. Watch your speed. Anything below 200 is bad, or generally not safe. Anything above 400, I would say, is dangerous for your wings. Oh, it's all the way up here. I've dropped below 200. I'm going to level out to try to gain speed. Because if I lose all my speed before I start ascending, I'll end up in a bad way. There we go. Oh, scared me. I forgot about the artillery. That is a lot of artillery. Okay, I've lost it. Might want to go high then. So if you can get high, that's really good. Especially against artillery. I like to go low, just because that's how I fight with the bomber. So I'll end up going really low really fast. I'm gonna go straight over this area though. Hopefully the Havoc doesn't bother me. That is definitely not something I want. Oh, forget about the Havoc, there's an F4F. Yeah. Okay, they both seem to be... They're just spawning there. Okay. I think it's just a nice cruise until I get there. If you're having a hard time watching your surroundings because of your altitude or if there's no planes around you, the best way to do it is on the top right. If you haven't noticed it yet, there's a mini-map showing the positions of everything. It's about time to start descending. Alright. Minor pitch down until we get about halfway to the airfield. It'll be about halfway to the airfield that the artillery will start bombarding me. Almost. And great. There we go. And the steep dive. At this point I'm going so fast that most planes won't even follow me. And that one did. Yeah. That area is a really hard place to hit. Alright, that's all my planes, so I think I'll just end up watching. He's not even paying attention to what's behind him. Oh, that's a nice bomber. See, this is about the right altitude. This is what I should have been doing, but I have an issue where I have a hard time flying. This guy seems to have the same issue. I think he'll be fine though. If he drops right now, you can... I don't know why he didn't drop. Oh, I see. Looks like everybody's trying to get to the base and bomb. This is a flying fortress. Pretty nice. This is a good maneuver for trying to get the enemy that's behind you in front of you. Just rolling back, going straight up. Depending on the skill of the pilot who's behind you, they won't be able to hit you. Don't do it! Oh. One thing is, you never joust in a plane. It's not good, because air air-to-air collision is always a likely thing that will happen. Of course, I say not to joust in the air, but I do it quite often. So, I guess again it depends on your skill and your equipment. It's always best to try to outmaneuver the person who's trying to come at you than it is to joust them. He got too low to the ground, anyway. He made it though, see? No explosion. He's just fine. Vehicle explodes. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. In 12th place on the team, which means I did really bad. Normally I get about 9th. 9th to 1. Okay. So this is the research area, and this is for the A36 Apache. So I did this. To research, you can use the research points, and those will show up as you do the thing. I would rather research this. But as you fight with the plane, you'll get research points. And so, that's the thing to keep in mind. As you also progress and get the research done, you can purchase things with Lions, so keep your economy good. Careful on your expenditure with your main currency. Let's see. That's a tank. Oh yeah, that's countries. With aviation. Well, recruit the crew. I like to be able to have the this in the thing, even though it's probable that I won't be able to use it. So I'm going to go in with some level 1 planes and kind of show you what it's like to dogfight with level 1 planes. And these are all what you'll start out with and stuff. So keep that in mind. Okay. A simple map. Our main thing will be to take out the artillery and tanks that they have and provide ground support. Eventually we're going to want to go to the base and start attacking it. If that ever comes up. It's not likely that it will. It'll be more likely that they'll run out of planes first. So a lot of newbies, they go straight into the dogfights, which is okay, but it's not recommended. I would watch out for the guys who have the signs and stuff right there. Oh hey, that was perfect. Oh crap. got torn up. I should have been watching what was behind me instead of trying to go for a kill. That's okay though. And if you ever go down and run out of planes, remember it's not the end of the world, because realistically you have a lot of planes depending on which country you choose, or if you want to go with all of them. I'll probably help out this guy. Intercept Yukio Island. I can't even pronounce that. A lot of these planes can outmaneuver me in a heartbeat because this is a level 1 plane. So when you first start out, remember that you won't be the best guy on the field, no matter what. Oh. He straight up came at me. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Ah! Bye bye. Oh crap, my engine. Looks like I'm gonna try to land. Or wait until my engine comes up. Great landing for not having an engine at all. It doesn't look like it should bend like that. It's just floating sticks. Alright, now's probably a good time to return to the hangar. Alright, I'm gonna go straight back to the hangar. I'm gonna go back to my American planes. So, right now, I'm going to go into a thing. If I can... I'll just do this. So I'm going to kind of show you a few maneuvers that you can use to avoid being caught in the fire, like in the middle of fire or something like that. I can't guarantee that any of these will work, because as you've seen, most of them haven't worked for me. If you saw me use any, I'm not sure if I have. So I think we'll go straight for a fighter and go into a test flight. Fuel amount will go a minimum load of 18 minutes. I don't think we'll need that much. And fuel amount can affect your speed. Bomb fuse. Oh. An assault fuse. I don't think we'll be using a bomb, so... Or... We might. Go point in 5 seconds. That's really close, but... Time of day, normal, weather clear. It should be max. Camouflage. I'm just looking through all this stuff. Ammo, limited fuel. I like the stealth rounds. Normally either Versal or best. Alright. So I guess this will also go over showing you how to lift off, and so we'll show you how to lift off and a land. That's an important thing that you need to know depending on what you're playing if you're doing a realistic battle. For this, hold shift. I like to go war emergency power. It takes less time to lift off. And at this point you're going 100 kilometers per hour. And at 100 kilometers per hour you gently lift up your nose, and once you're about this high off the ground you can lift your gear. I think that's G. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to redo the keybind. Oh, V is you can be inside of your cockpit or whatever. This is annoying. I like this. You can see the condition of your plane, where you're rolling. Is my landing gear out? No, it automatically went in. That's great. Alright. Z is Sassoon. Alright, so we're going to go straight into landing once I figure out which key it is for the gear. I don't know why my air brake was on. J is to jump out of your aircraft, apparently. I don't memorize the keys if you can't tell. Q and E is this. So E is right, Q is left. I guess this is good for sharper turning like this, but I prefer the roll turn. I missed most of those. What happened to be space? No, that's bombs. I gotta figure out... Okay, you know what? We'll just go options. It should be in here unless it's automatic. It shouldn't be automatic. I don't have it set that way. Voice main settings. Blah, 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 blah. It's right in front of me, I'm sure. Sound, voice chat, internet, radio, social. Helicopter, tank, helicopter. That's new. Oh yeah, because the Valkyrie update. Yeah, the helicopters. Battle interface settings. That's not it, is it? No, that's not it. I don't have a gamepad, but measurements, helicopter, that's... It's weird. I should have a controls option somewhere around here. Well, we'll just try this. We'll try to go in really low and see if it automatically pulls out the gear. Alright. So when you do go for a landing, you want to line yourself up like I just did. And then you're going to want to turn around and make the second pass using control to throttle down. Level yourself out again. Line up, throttle is 0. You're going to want to go down and level out for a thing. If you're going too fast to land, hold shift, go up to 60%, and make another pass. Before you turn around, bring it down to about 40%, make another pass. Really what this is you're just slowing down enough to where it won't take out your landing gear that I don't remember how to take out. So we're landing without landing gear. Right now we have no throttle. Hopefully that won't explode. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Hey look, we didn't explode. So with landing gear this would look much better, I promise. But we've basically just landed, and for your brake with your landing gear out, it's control. So, yeah, I just hold J. Alright, I gotta see. It's bothering me now. Oh, that's cool, that's tab. That's new, actually, I think. Alright. I just point my nose straight up. There we go. Alright. Yeah, why the flaps are raised, that's fine, but how do you put down the gear? I wanna land. That's kinda cool, the audio effect. That's gonna make me nauseous if I do that too much. Alright, back to looking for the landing gear button. That's the same button. Alright. I'm pressing all the same buttons. It should be one of these. I just reload my cannon. And insert is permanent WEP. I guess so is shift. Oh, that's the semicolon thing. That's kind of nice, actually. Oh, and that's how I can bomb. Okay. Now that I figured that out, I'm gonna go higher. This is the right arrow thing. Right bracket arrow. I'm gonna turn around. This is just using WASD, by the way. You don't have to move your mouse to get an actual turn out of it. Alright. Okay, yeah. Not. Oh, it's right here in controls. The aircraft controls, weaponry, structure, aiming, weaponry controls, virtual instructor. I don't know what that is. Mostly ignore the voices in my head. Mechanization. Don't even know what that is. Gunners, camera control. Open I can open my cockpit? Cockpit lighting? What is this? And why is it... Why have I not tried this before? So I don't know what O was for, but it's now also for cockpit lighting. And light up my cockpit. Oh, that was okay. So going here. Control mode. Alright, go to simplified controls. Weaponry main control axis. Okay, this is not going to help me at all. I think this might be it. Might not be it. You guys probably saw it and you're like, ah, go back. I'm like, no. Should be somewhere in here. Should have done this before the video. Toggle gear, it's G. Oh, I don't know what that is. What is this? What is this? What did I do? Why is my face like it is? This shouldn't be it. I guess it makes sense. Why is... Alright, I'm just gonna... What is... I've completely disabled my own flight ability. I'm now no longer able to fly correctly without the classic HUD. Did I just move into realistic control? Options. Graphic. No, main. Main parameters. How did I... controls. Yeah. Mouse aim. Oh yeah, that's so much better. I'm never leaving this again. Alright. So going up to WEP, I'm gonna get some distance. Now I'm gonna go in for a landing. Now that I've finally figured out the landing control that I thought it was anyway. Alright. So throttle all the way down. I'm going too fast still. Bring it up to 10% so that way I actually have some propulsion. Then I'll go completely dead. Alright. So now my gear down. Oh man, there's not enough landing pad for this, and my gear is still going down. That is the slowest gear I've ever seen. Bring it back up to 15%. 25, there we go. Alright, and with your gear down, you will experience some turbulence and some other stuff. Vertical speed, push down nose, no, let's just throttle up. You don't want to watch your throttle when you go for a landing. Just because throttle is everything when landing. Because if you're going too fast, you can't land. If you're going too slow, well, you just end up doing a nosedive. There we are. Good landing. Bring my nose down. Back. You're holding control for the brake. And voila, you've landed. It'll take 30 seconds to rearm and repair your plane. And, well, depending on how bad the damages and stuff are. And now to check something. I don't know what that was. Oh yeah, that was the thing for the acrobatics. Let's pause. Oh. That's useful. So, going up. And now to take care of something that's been bothering me. It's this guy. This guy's been bothering me. There's bullet dropping this, by the way. As you just saw. And now to try something I don't recommend for anybody, even if it is your only landing area. I'm gonna land on an aircraft carrier. Just cuz. And then I think after that I'll end the episode, because I forgot what I was going to do for the rest of it. This should be flaps, yeah? Alright, and this should drastically reduce my speed. I've lined up. My flaps and stuff are still coming out. Bring up my throttle. I might be okay. Nope, not okay. I'll keep it at about 67%. Landing flaps are really helping me out here. Landing flaps I only recommend if you're going to be using it to land on an aircraft carrier, because it slows you down so much. And lined up ish. Throttle is off. Come on. No, why are you doing that? What was that? Oh, I know what that was. It was because I got too close to the tower and then my landing flaps were out. So the air bounced off. Air physics. Because they can. Alright. I'm gonna just put up my landing flaps. I'm not used to them. I can just... bring it down to 55%. Landing flaps out. Ah, that's a nice lineup. Alright. Nose down. That was the worst. The worst. I am not the greatest at landing on small objects. I need a large landing space, because I am terrible at landing. Not as bad as some other people, but I'm not great. Well, I'll just do this. And landed. Great landing, 10 out of 10. Alright, I will see you guys in the next episode. I'll put together some stuff, it'll be better than this. I honestly did not think that this episode would work out so well because of the server issues that have been happening lately. If you guys did like it and you learned something, hit a like. It helps my motivation to make more videos. Yeah, I guess hope you guys like this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. of War Thunder or whatever I do next. Anyway, bye.